Air is the key. Yes, another video about air, because it proves everything. The Earth does not spin. It's a fact. I dare any physics professor or student to prove me wrong. Impossible. Not because I'm so smart, has nothing to do with me, but because of the facts and the truth. If we take a brick, a solid object, we can throw it away and far, like 10 meters, 20, 30 if you're stronger. We can do that. If we take a handful of air, oh wait, we cannot take a handful of air. We cannot throw it. And that's already enough. The smart ones will understand immediately, like, oh yeah, of course, that's it. If we are a spinning ball and we have solid objects and we have air and they behave totally different, then it proves immediately, if you look into that the Earth cannot spin. Well, the closest we can come to throwing a handful of air is using a balloon, of course, and we can throw it a little bit. Doesn't matter, not relevant. We cannot take a handful of air and throw it. And that proves everything. So if we put a balloon and a brick on a ball, and suppose this is Earth, and the Earth is still, then they would just sit there, would prove nothing. But they say the Earth is spinning, and not spinning slowly, spinning very fast, super fast, 1666 kilometers per hour at the equator. So the brick, it would spin with the Earth. Well, if it was attached, but okay, let's say for example this is a house or a skyscraper or so, yeah, it would spin with the Earth very fast. Would be totally destroyed, but okay. But the balloon with the air, it would just bounce a little, because it has no mass and it is not even attached to the Earth. It will not spin with the same speed as this brick, because it's so different. The effect that the spinning Earth has on a balloon or a solid object are totally different. Let alone the effect that it has on air. The effect that the spinning ball Earth has on a brick or a house or a skyscraper is totally different than the effect that it has on air that has no mass and is not attached. So it means that in reality we will always see, if the situation really occurred, totally different things happening to air and solid objects. They will behave different in this environment, and they can never ever behave the same way as everybody is trying to make you believe now. Think about the enormous speeds, 1666 kilometers per hour, 666 on the equator, and 1000 plus kilometers per hour in different places. It's incredible. So basically, what misleading universities and mainstream media say is that solid objects with a lot of mass and attached to Earth spin on the surface with the same speed as air that has no mass and is not attached to the Earth. Impossible. I showed you this little experiment where you can throw a brick and try to throw a handful of air. But I mean, nerds everywhere, always commenting, always putting everybody down. But when it really comes to it, they can do some stupid little experiment that will show immediately they're right. They can make a model of this, put solid objects on it, put smoke on it, balloons, so you can see a little bit the air, and you immediately will see that they behave differently. That's what nerds are better at than I am, making all these nice models and so. But will they do it? Because everybody knows it will prove that the spinning ball Earth is impossible and that authority is wrong. But then nerds get angry, like, oh, authority. They look up to authority. They suck the dick of authority. That's what nerds always do. Oh, NASA. Oh, National Geographic, Discovery. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Oh my God, oh yes, yes. That's what nerds always do. They are never honest. That's the problem. At least most nerds are not honest. So if the Earth would really spin at such an incredible speed, everything on the surface would be destroyed. I mean, over 1,000 kilometers per hour. The fastest wind ever measured on Earth was 400 something kilometers per hour. And this is almost 4 times faster. Everything would be destroyed. It's impossible. And the air and the clouds very far away from the Earth, like 2 kilometers up, or 4 or 6, I don't know, doesn't matter, that they move at the same speed when they have no mass. Keep that in mind. They have not the same mass as these solid objects, and they are not attached to the Earth. And these things on Earth, they have a lot of mass, and they are attached. And then they make you believe that a house made out of bricks, very heavy and solid, moves at the same speed as a detached cloud without any mass. It's impossible, people. And physics students, physics professors, they can all prove it. But most of them don't want to. Because they bow for authority. And that's how we're gonna get killed. Because everybody, authority, but authority is controlled. You fucking idiots. But okay, some of you understand it by now. Your government is controlled. Newspapers are controlled, TV is controlled, universities are controlled. They don't give you the truth, it's all a test. And don't come up with the bullshit of, but there's adhesion and cohesion. No, there isn't. Of course, these things exist, but not on this scale. They don't, the air just moves everywhere. You can prove that with that little experiment. Where's the adhesion, cohesion with this and this? And even if there was adhesion and cohesion, okay, fine. It would have a different effect on a solid mass than it would have on air that has almost no mass. The adhesion and cohesion also have an effect on this, not only on this, and the effect will be different. And adhesion, cohesion, compared to the Earth spinning at over 1,000 kilometers per hour is nothing. If I hit you in the face and you put a paper between my fist and your face, it will have no effect. Because it's too small of a force. And it's the same thing with this. The adhesion and cohesion compared to the spinning of the Earth is nothing. Over 1,000 kilometers per hour. So if you throw a brick or you try to throw air, you apply force to these things. And the Earth, of course, does the same thing. It applies, when it spins, it applies force. And then the effect of this force is different because air has almost no mass. And solid objects on Earth have a lot of mass. So the effect of this force will be different. No physics professor or student can deny that, of course. And the adhesion, cohesion of this, pulling it to the Earth, maybe it's true, maybe not, is nothing compared to the force of the spinning Earth over 1,000 kilometers per hour. And Discovery has an interesting image of this that they show a lot on TV. Maybe they did it to give us a chance. Maybe it's regular misleading information. I don't know. It's this thing. It's very bad quality. Sorry for that. But you get the idea. I mean, we have all these clouds above the Earth. And they show that the clouds, you can see it with Africa very well, that they move at the same speed as the Earth beneath it. But that's impossible. All the solid objects on Earth, they would spin at the same speed as the clouds in the air above it. How? They are not attached, they have almost no mass, and solid objects on Earth have a lot of mass and often are attached to the Earth. Totally different. It's impossible that they behave the same way. There are too many differences between them. So it all has to do with logic and being honest. Honesty, that's what everything is about. Our lives are not about technical development, as many somewhat intelligent men think. I thought that too, like, oh, we have to develop as a society with all this technology. But it's not. I can guarantee that. The highest controllers, they have said it. It takes so long to explain, now I do it in a video. But it's a fact. So that's the test for us on Earth. Are we honest? Yes, we live. No, we die. It's not like there's some God watching and judging. It's logic. You know the environment you live in. You don't, and there's danger. And there's a lot of danger on Earth. Logically, you die. You know the environment you live in. If you do, and you understand everything, you have a chance. That's what this is all about. That's what our lives are basically about. We are, as a species, are tested for honesty, and we're failing. That's what it's all about. And don't be misled by nerds, mostly young men, sometimes older men, that are fairly intelligent or very intelligent, but are always focused on details. Doesn't help you here. And they often use them to distract you from the important big aspects that can lead you to the truth. They always laugh. They want to put other people down. The truth is not what they honor. They want to put other people down. That's what they think is important. Be better than other ones. Or often they only want to suck up to authority and they're not interested in the truth. Also happens a lot. Or even worse, they mislead you on purpose, like Neil deGrasse Tyson, just to please authority, or they work for them. And they never come up with a clear explanation. It's all not so complicated. No, it's not. Listen to people that are calm, intelligent, laugh sometimes, but not all the time at everything, like nerds, who don't want to put other people down, but just understand and explain / discuss things, who have no respect for authority, only for the truth, who can break a problem down in a few relevant aspects instead of focusing on irrelevant details. It's very important that are truthful and do come up with a clear explanation. Like Einstein said, at one point in his life, probably he joined this whole worldwide satanic, false Jews, rabbi worldwide deception that we live in, but at least he sometimes gave good advice. He said something along the lines of, a person that understands something can explain it clearly. And this is, I think, very clear. Mass attached, air with almost no mass not attached. That's the essence.